We're here at the lab today, and today I'm at the lab. So what I want to do is find out a way of making crafters very, very easy. I have always thought that crafters were a very cool addition to the game. What the hell is that behind me? But they're not the super easiest thing. You may have seen my video that was 5 things that you can do with a crafter, and that was all very well and good. But I've had a think, and I think I can do it better. Pick up the rubbish, throw the rubbish away. Let's head on into the lab. Here we go. Crafters, crafting, crafters. Let's head on through and see what we can do. So, we all know what a crafter is. If you don't know what a crafter is, it's a very simple piece of equipment. What you do is you get some bits and some pieces, and you put it in as though it is a crafting table. For instance, it'll give us this block of iron, but we can't take that out. Then we power it with redstone, and boom, it gives you whatever you want, really, whatever comes out of it. Now, for something very simple like an iron block, you can simply feed it in, and it comes in from the top, and then it'll keep filling up, and it'll keep filling up. As you can see, it's going top left to bottom right, and then you can do that, and it'll pop them out. Easy peasy. You can feed them in with an automated system. For something a little bit more complex, there are various ways of doing things. So I'm going to start off by doing some TNT. Now, if we put sand in there and TNT in there and open it up, it's doing it in roughly the right order, and it's filling it up, you see, like that, nice and easy. But this is because it's 2 items, it's quite random. And then, boop, there's the TNT machine. Quite simple because it is just 2 items. But if we were to do something more complicated, such as 3 items, it's not really going to work. I mean, yes, in theory, you can go like this, you can go like this, you can go like this. You can then put your bits on top like that, turn off all the hoppers, and put in whatever you want. But there is no guarantee. Well, I guess there kind of is a guarantee because of the way they changed it, but let's assume there's not, just for simplicity reasons. There is no guarantee that these will go in the right order. I actually got quite lucky with the TNT that it came in the right way. We need to think of a way to feed stuff in here in a certain order. And I've come up with this. You have your crafter. You're going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these lovely little railways. They're not railways. We're going to put in 9 hoppers feeding into the crafter. So let's see what the recipe is for a crafter, shall we? A crafter recipe is like this, this, and that. That gives you your crafter, right? So the crafter is crafting the crafters. It's quite a complex recipe with some sort of non-linear lines of random stuff that goes in. But remember, it drops it in from top left, 1, 2, 3, then the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then the bottom, 7, 8, 9. So we just need to remember that order. To make life a little bit easier, I'm going to label these from closest to the machine to furthest away from the machine. So we put these in here like so, and it was iron, crafting table, iron, redstone, dropper, redstone. So this is the order from right to left what they need to go in. Of course, if I mirrored this and built this on the other side, it'd be left to right, which, you know, for native English speakers is quite a normal way to look at things, but it doesn't matter. Now, what I'm going to do is have a lovely rail. Now, you may have already worked out how this is going to work, but for me, this is a bit of a revolution. You might be thinking to yourself, hang about. If you fill a minecart with stuff and drop it in here, how do you know it's going to come out of the minecart in the right way? And you are right. There is no way to make it do that I know of, but then again, my brain is rather small. What I can do is the exact same thing from up above, but this time they are not linking to each other at all. If I put in here a stack of iron, and this one, a stack of iron, this one, a stack of iron, this one, you'll never guess what. And we keep going through, we put a stack of each of the ingredients in. Then we can send a cart around, a minecart of course. So we have our setup like this, so it's going all the way along. Now, this is currently a normal minecart, it's not going to do a lot. But if we put that with a minecart with a hopper in it, it will essentially be here. It will grab the items and drop them straight into the bottom. Grab the next item straight into the bottom. Next item straight into the bottom. In the order that these are in, right? That is the theory, and then I've got it so that it comes and it presses this, which activates this to pop it out. Let's swap that into a thing and see if we can do it. Here's hoping that it doesn't go too quickly. So in theory, it's now filled up with stuff. Oh, not quite! As you can see, I think it's traveling too quickly. Yeah, it's going way too quickly. I only really wanted it to pick up one at a time. 37, 28, 37, 28, 37. So there's an uneven pickup rate, essentially. So maybe I actually need it to be going a lot faster. We just need to send this around once, I think. And just look at the rates out of here. Okay, so it takes 3 at a time. Okay, so that's definitely better. Get back here, you. It's not quite there. I think if we try this to make them go even faster along here, that might be our ticket. However, because of how slow these hoppers are going, we have to essentially have this hopper filtered all the way through. Then that's going to take... It took a while to get through. It took a while to get through. We can find out exactly how fast these hoppers are going, actually. Now, when I put something in here... So that's quite slow. 1, 2, 3, 4... It's sort of 5 seconds or so. What this means is that we cannot have the cart get round to here within 5 seconds. It needs to be longer than 5 seconds. Which is really quite easy, actually. If we just change this side to non-powered rails, we can do that. That's fine. That's not a problem at all. So, in theory now, the minecart is going really fast along here. Should only do one at a time. Then it goes around into this slower part. But it can't be too slow or else it won't make it to the end. It pings this off, ba-ding, which has to do within 5 seconds. And I guess, technically, these can be fast. Okay, let's get ourselves our hopper minecart and see what it do. Is that fast enough? I think it's too fast. See how many it drops. 4. It drops 4 at a time. It's not good. It's not good. Okay, well, there is an obvious solution here, which is a very, very boring solution. And it probably won't work, actually, thinking about it. So I can make this longer quite easily by literally making it longer. So this might solve the 5-second problem, where it needs to have 5 seconds from leaving here to touching here. But it won't solve the fact that it's going way too quick. Sorry, it's not going too quick. It's going too slow across here because I want this to drop 1 at a time. The other option, I guess, is a minecart with a chest. I don't know how these really interact. Right, let's push it around and see what it does. How many will it drop? Okay, cool. That dropped 1. Okay, it dropped 1 from everything, but did it drop it in? Huh! I think it's working. I think it's working. So it should be... Iron, 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 yes, it's working! It's working, this is in the right order. I'm going to try it going back to the old formula. Okay, so the chest works. The chest slows it down its pick-up and drop-off rate significantly, which is fantastic. I'm going to see if I can get it a bit quicker. Put it back to this design. We may not even need that many powered rails on that side, so it could be even cheaper. Doesn't quite fill up in time and then ruins itself. That's cool. That's cool. We just need it to be longer. You might be thinking, well, this is all extended and that's rubbish, which, you know, is going to give you way too fast coming out of here, which, of course, you could slow this down by removing one of these. And you're right. However, if I put this here, it turns off this hopper, which is not ideal. So we do that, and it's just a nice, simple way of making sure it works. Should be filling up in the right order. Oh, not quite, not quite. Huh. Come on. Okay, so now it's a tiny bit too long. However, it works in this configuration, so I'm not super worried. Oh, I know what's going on. I know exactly what's happening. So the reason there's that weird delay at the end, which you may not have seen, but essentially it counts everything in and then it just stops and it doesn't put the last one in. That delay is because we are powering this block. Let's try this and see what it does. I think we're still going to have the same issue, because technically it's doing the same thing. It's actually ruined it. I'm not sure of another way to get that done, unless... Do that. So now what I've got going on here is the last one sort of zigzags down into the machine. Then it should spit it out. Now, how does this work? If I put redstone in there, it does activate it. But that's still going to turn this hopper off, so it's not really useful to us. However, we use our old friend, the observer. Do it like this. Put the redstone in there. Because then that should literally just flash it. That is not correct. Round you go. Is it putting it in the right order? Yes, and the second flash is setting it off. Look at that! That's working. It's working. That's amazing. That is fantastic. Okay, the machine works. That's great. Now let's test it on some other stuff. For instance, this one is designed to make cake. Cake machine does whatever a cake machine does. Will it give me some cake? Yes, it will. Here's the cake. Look out. It is the cake machine. Yes. Yes. Yes, the cake. The cake. Can you guess what this recipe is? You're gonna find out. Here we go. What's it gonna give us? That's right, it's an end crystal. End crystal machine. It's a machine that makes end crystals. Now I know what you're thinking. What if my crafting recipe has less than 9? Well, that's actually a lot easier to do. Let's make a diamond pickaxe. So you have your 2 sticks up the middle, and then you have your 3 diamonds. So the order will be diamond, 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 stick, stick, because we can block off these areas here. Now, what you can do is do diamond, 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 stick, stick. Literally as easy as that. Yeah! What a classic. How cool is that? Now, the other cool thing about this is that in theory, it's going to fill itself up a lot quicker, right? So you can cut out this extra loop here because you're not waiting for as many items. So I've made the whole thing, but with literally just one. Because what we're going to do is we're going to turn logs into planks. I don't know why you'd ever want to do this, but you have your top spot there, and then we start pushing our little fella around. And we have a planks machine. So you can make it a lot quicker. It can burst out a lot quicker. Of course, for something this simple, you definitely just wouldn't do this. Like, this is such an inefficient way to do it. Like, a way easier way to do it is to just have one observer looking at the other so it pulses like this. And then just put these in. And away you go. And then that's literally going as quick as you can fill it up. So if I put another one on here, there we go. Now we've got 3 streams of logs going in, and you have your plank factory. You get the idea. Now, as usual, I'm sure this can be refined. I'm sure this can be done better. But the basic idea of how to make it super simple and how to organize your stuff really easily, it just works, you know what I mean? It literally just works. And of course, you can combine this with an item sorter so that you can have a rail where you feed stuff in and then it drops certain things into these. As long as it drops them in the correct order into these, which could be easy, could be not. It depends on what you're making, of course. Then this is such a nice way to organize them into the crafter. If you can do it better, let me know in the comments. Just do a little video and I'll come and watch it. Maybe, maybe not. And I have been the Jamps, and I'll see you when I see you. Like and subscribe, that's a threat.